go ahead.
It's on, Dan.
All right.
It's all you.
I'm okay. I'll
Joe?
pick this up.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Green. How are you?
All right. So obviously, you guys already know me. My name is Jesse Green, school counselor here at the high school. And before I get started, I just want to provide.
Sorry, last question. If she doesn't take the PSAT, she's not in trouble with the school.
Not in trouble with the school, no penalty for college, there's no negative effect academically.
Okay, because that was parents' concern. As long as she's not in trouble.
Not in trouble with school.
Alright, I guess she'll be hanging out in the counseling office today.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Little disclaimer. So there's a theme across professional development and professional learning opportunities amongst people who attend those sessions. And the theme, I guess you could call it, is, you guys have probably heard the phrase sit and get. Sit and get. Have you heard that before?
No.
So sit and get. Have you ever experienced a time where you went to a professional learning session and you were like, you walked in, 50 to 100 people, it's a huge room, you're like, ah, here we go. This is gonna be a long day. You sit down at the table, across from you, your supervisor, to the right of you, your principal, and it's like, this is gonna be an even longer day. You look up at the PowerPoint, you see the topic of discussion. It's like, oh crap. The next 5 hours I'm gonna be sitting here looking at this, listening to somebody talk about a PowerPoint that has nothing to do with what I do for my job. In those type of sessions, you basically sit and get. You're mandated to be there. You have to be there. You're required. So there's no opting out. With that being said, I'm hoping to do the opposite. I'm hoping you want to be here and you enjoy the session today. But with that being said, if you feel like the information that I'm providing is not relevant to your position, you can get up and walk out. Don't get up now because I just started. But you can get up and walk out. If you have a question, obviously feel free to raise your hand. If you have a concern, feel free to raise your hand. But at any point, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be here. So if you feel like your time is better spent somewhere else in the hallway on a silent PSAT day, then feel free to get up and step out. All right? So most of you, obviously, you know me. You've been working with me for a little while. But one thing you may not know about me is probably for the past 12, 13 years, every career opportunity that I've had has been basically like a brand new experience for me and for the program that I'm working for. So it's like the program may have started in, I worked for a program that started in New York, they brought it down to PG County. So it was brand new to the county. So my job was to evaluate and reflect on the program that they were providing in New York and see how it would work for the students and the clients in PG County. Every other position that I've had, probably since I was like 20 years old, has been the same thing. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert in the field of evaluating programs, but I feel like what I've done and what I've found out has worked. So I'm hoping that I can teach you guys those tools today so that you can also feel comfortable with evaluating our program here at the school. So, hence, evaluating the LCHS school counseling curriculum. Again, the tools that I'm providing today don't specifically go towards just evaluating our curriculum. It can go for any program. The tools that I provide today are not just for today's session. I'm hoping that we can continue to use these tools as we move forward throughout the school year. Because the end result is we want to do what's best for our students, and we want to make sure that our program, the things that we have implemented are working for the population that we have and the community that we're working with. Aside from that, I selected this after having conversations with some of you all, having conversations with teachers, having conversations with students, and of course working on RAMP, which I'm sure you guys love to hear, a little RAMP. For those of you who do not know what RAMP is yet, it's a recognized ASCA model program. And it's introduced to enhance our school counseling curriculum and our school counseling program. For the past 2 years, we've been working on this. As you know, every time I say RAMP, you're like, get me out of this room. But you've actually been doing a lot more than you guys even know. So today I'm gonna show you what you've actually been doing and show you how simple it can be. So what does this look like? The question we want to ask ourselves is, how do we determine whether the initiatives we currently have in place are meeting the needs of most, if not all, students? All of the steps you learned today will focus on this question. From personal accounts, which can be supported by research, we know that effective school counseling programs are important to the school climate and are a crucial element in improving student achievement. The purpose of today is to learn how to develop just that, an effective and efficient school counseling program that meets the needs of our students and supports their academic achievement, college and career readiness, and social and emotional development. So that's why you see the little charts on the page. And I took into account, what was it? What was the statement you said yesterday?
From me?
Yeah. I took into account what was said yesterday. I was up until about 2 o'clock this morning trying to think of a way not to do
The walk.
think, pair, share.
Think, pair, share. Gallery
So I was
walk.
trying to think of a way because I'm trying to, better understand my audience. So I tried to adapt it so that it's not just the think, pair, share. Oh crap, we have to do that again. So I tried to adapt it a little bit. So I'm hoping you all work with me on this. This is going to be more interactive than not. You guys know me, so I'm not going to sit up here and talk. All right, it's back on.
Sort of.
All right.
My second one of the
Little intermission period.
problem.
All right. So what I did was focus on the 10th, 9th, and 10th grade because those were areas of concern. Some of the things that we addressed within our school climate survey for the student section was student support, rules and expectations, student relations, bullying, and student engagement. The first area of concern was student support. So the statement was, adults in the school treat students fairly. 71% of 10th grade students agreed, 79% of LCHS students overall, and 75% across the board. So that's not terrible, but it's still an area to keep an eye on. Good behavior is noticed. So this area, this percentage is low even across LCPS. Good behavior is noticed at my school, and this could be compliments or tickets. 44% of 9th grade students, 47% of 10th grade, 50% overall, and 57% across LCPS. So again, relating these comments to our curriculum, is there an area that we're missing within our curriculum that we could implement to help benefit this area and help improve the student response? Second area of concern was mainly with 10th grade, but it was student relations. So is there something within 10th grade that we're missing? Students are kind to each other. 62% of 10th grade students agreed, 72% overall, 71% across LCPS. So that's a huge disparity. Again, what are we missing? Students in my school respect differences in other students. For example, where they come from, what they look like, if they're a boy or a girl. 64% of 10th grade students, 71% overall, 71% across LCPS. Most students at the school treat other students with respect. Again, 10% difference. Yeah, so there's something going on in 10th grade that I feel like we're missing, but again, after reviewing the curriculum, we can determine whether or not we are actually missing something.
Is that 10th grade from last year or current 10th grade?
Last year.
Current 11.
And my concern with addressing these areas is because, again, if these concerns are in 9th grade, are they going to move to 10th grade, 11th and 12th, and then our overall percentage decreases? Not only that, not just the percentage, but the students. Like, we want them to have a comfortable, safe environment at the school. And if they're feeling like we're missing areas, we need to do something about it to address those areas of concern. So bullying, I've stopped other people from bullying when I've seen it at school. 45% of 9th grade students agreed, 57% overall, 55% across LCPS. Again, that number is very low.
That bullying one, that's so hard. That data is interesting because people could have not said they've stopped bullying because they might not have seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Was
a
there an
tricky,
option? I wonder if there was an option of,
not applicable or whatever.
And obviously,
that could make a difference.
with data, numbers can kind of play with your mind a little bit, but just looking at it, it's like, is there something we can do to address that area? So That's what we want to think about in relation to what we have listed here as well. So step 2, we move on to project. This is more about forward thinking. So what I want you to do is ask yourself, what changes do you project moving forward? You know, even in the past few years, we've had more mandates than ever when it comes to unified mental health team and all these other professional development sessions we have to attend. We have implemented, you know, technology, the one-to-one initiative. Do you guys foresee things continuing to change that are going to impact our position? If so, you know, what can we do to address those issues within our curriculum? So again, we're going to do a quick sticky note.
So is this the evaluation now?
This is project.
Project.
So step project.
Hope you didn't get that on video.
We did.
So we're
So reflect, project.
Projecting.
things we think are gonna continue to.
What things we think are going to happen in the future that are going to impact our curriculum that we currently have?
Some of them will be the same.
We also want to think about changes in the community. We have a neighborhood going in across the street. We have another one going in down the road. This morning at Food Line, I noticed there's another neighborhood going in behind there. So is population demographics going to change? And again, we're looking at the 3 categories that our curriculum addresses: academic, college and career readiness, and social and emotional development. More seconds. So what things do we come up for as social and emotional? So socioeconomics, disparities, what does that say? Growing environment?
Growing enrollment, addressing mental health, socioeconomic disparities, boundary changes, anxiety, response time. That was mine. I think more and more people are going to want like a quick response. Like I emailed you, you need to get back to me. Like that type of, that was pretty much mental health or emotional. College and career options for students not going to college applications and transcripts, increased tier colleges, more documents, sent electronically, self-reported grades and tests. So similar stuff, electronic with college. Academics.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
We're recording.
May I borrow you for just a moment? I have a
Sure,
parent
go on.
email that I need
Yep, go on.
clarification on before.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All of us
Like
use one
after
person.
just Kathy.
Okay.
I win.
She's the winner.
And
I'm
then,
the winner.
and then academic is that increase.
Increase AP enrollment honors courses.
And I said decrease rank in GPA. I think that's hopefully eventually where we're going. Tech issues and
Responsible use of.
responsible.
like,
Oh,
technology.
that's actually cheat like turning.com, like that type of stuff. So they're
That
cheating.
kind of stuff, and then the issues were like we didn't have with that gaggle.com where the kids are put
Yeah.
inappropriate searches
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things like
yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
like flagging, and that's like where things. I had 2 yesterday, you know, and we're having that like every week.
Yeah, and increased enrollment.
Okay. So again, thinking about those concerns that we have, how do they relate back to our curriculum? Just keep that in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had a chance to reflect. We've had a chance to project.
Oh, there's us. That was last Wednesday.
And now we have a selfie
Kathy's
of us
first
up on the
classroom.
screen. So I found this video. I think it's really interesting. It's only 2 minutes long, but it covers basically what teaching in education used to look like, what we could foresee. So it's kind of, you know, not just our beliefs and what we're seeing when we reflect and project, but we're seeing what everybody else is seeing as well. And I think you all find it pretty interesting as well. So with that being word.
Like when people quote YouTube and you see their previous searches, it's like One Direction.
No diggity.